Welcome to another edition of the Nerds Light Podcast. We host today, JayRow.
And Crump Casso.
Welcome. We got Black Uchiha back in the building today. What's going on, sir?
What up?
What's going on with you, brother? So today's episode, we're going to talk about the cancellation of Wonder Woman 3. And also we're going to talk about the new regime of, I guess, DC's film movie universe. So before we get into the conversation, don't forget to hit like and don't forget to hit subscribe to the channel for any past and future content. So fellas, start with Black Uchiha first. Wonder Woman 3, Cancellation. I know you weren't really the biggest fan of the Wonder Woman movies. I mean, I guess my first question is, are you surprised or what's your first initial thoughts of the cancellation?
Well, you just making it new for me that it got canceled, but I ain't gonna say I'm surprised, but it's like direction of DC, like where is it going? Like you look at, not to change the genre, but Marvel, how each individual character movie tied into basically bringing them to be the Avengers, and you always got a cut scene that ties everything together. DC never had that. Batman had his own thing, did his whole thing, that was it. Superman, Man of Steel had his own movie, did his own thing, that was it. Wonder Woman had her movie, did his own thing, that was it. And, where's the backstory? So where, like, I understand you had a Justice League, but I think they could have did the same thing like Marvel did, had a backstory going on to now, okay, we formed the Justice League, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm always, always been thinking, so what is DC gonna do? They did a reboot with Batman, the Batman. Henry Cavill's coming back as Superman. But really, seriously, what is the direction that's going? I'm all good for reboots, starting over if you're doing it right. Yeah. So with the cancellation of Wonder Woman, okay, are you recasting Wonder Woman, or what's the focus? That's my question to be.
Yeah.
Crump.
Oh, I'm glad they can't. No, I'm joking. But but that last one was trash though. But the last one was terrible.
Yeah.
But to the flip side of that, I loved the first one. I thought the first one was really dope, and I think that's why I just feel like the second one's so bad. Maybe my expectations were too high. I don't know, but I love the first one a lot. I think there's one of their better movies. And DC's dropped in the past 10 years. So I'm kind of disappointed to hear that they're canceling it. Kind of. Come up the heels of that second one though. I'm just like, do I care that much? But I was kind of hoping they would redeem themselves with the third one. But to hear that they're canceling kind of sucks. And Black Uchiha, I just kind of made a really good point that I hadn't even considered would be, are they plan on just like wiping the whole thing away? Like, are they gonna recast or what? Like, I was thinking they were just canceling the movie and just gonna hold Gal Gadot in the background until they figure out what they're gonna do. That's what I'm assuming. But
yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering now though, are they gonna recast or what direction are they gonna go with? If this isn't the direction that they want to go with, like right now currently, what direction are they going in? Because I'm just wondering. It seems like they are gonna be kind of building up on this whole Black Adam arc and everything. So that's kind of interesting direction to go to, but. Honestly, at this point, I'm just kind of like, I have no idea what they expect at this point. They are still doing Aquaman 2, right?
Yeah.
That's still gonna be a thing. Yeah.
So it hasn't been canceled yet, but we don't know.
And then who knows what's going on with the Flash? That's all the drama he got going on with his life. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing at this point. I have no idea. I don't even know what I really don't. I wish I had an answer for you. I really have no idea what they expect at this point. I don't know what they're doing.
And it's okay not to have an answer right now because we don't have an answer right now other than the fact that they just canceled Wonder Woman, and they also they canceled they shelved the Batgirl movie that was supposed to come out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they shelved it. Like they said nah. They just put it
away.
Wait,
I did hear about that.
Yeah,
because apparently it was done already.
Yeah,
and they had pre-screenings and people destroyed it in the pre-screenings or something like that. So it was that bad that they decided to shelve the whole thing. That's crazy. That's what we should have talked about a while ago. I forgot to mention that to you a while ago. We should have been talking about that because that's crazy. I never heard of that. Where the movie is done and they're just no, do you know how bad a movie has to be
Well, I
Read
heard,
it,
I
but-
actually
they
heard the
did it
movie
one
wasn't
time before
bad.
though.
I heard the movie
But-
wasn't bad. I heard that the fact that it's like the uncertainty of what was going on with DC at the time. That's why they shelved it.
Oh.
I didn't hear
I
it
mean,
was bad. Go ahead.
that's really the thing though. Like you already have a Batgirl, you know what I'm saying, Batwoman, Batgirl, television show.
Show, right? Yeah.
I would if it was me, I would do like a Young Justice type of thing and see what sparks off that. Then you can have, you know what I'm saying, Robin does his own movie, Batwoman does his own movie, and so on and so on. You
Yeah.
know, because like I said, I haven't checked out the Batgirl, you know what I'm saying, TV show.
I haven't either.
So I don't know how the ratings are doing or how good she's doing like
Well,
that.
the
But I mean,
Batwoman TV show is canceled.
well, there you go. But I mean, it's like DC is just like everywhere. They're trying to like throw out this here without actually having like I said, a steady story going on. Like
Yeah.
even with Black Adam, it's like, where do you go from here? Like, okay, you do Black Adam, or you gonna do like the Red Rocket, or you gonna do Cyclone, all the other Justice League members or anybody else, and it's like the Joker. I love the Joker. You gave his own story. Okay, cool. You got a backstory for that. Eventually, you're gonna tie him in with Batman. I guess whatever. You don't know.
Oh, that whole Joker franchise has nothing to do with Batman at all.
And that's the thing. It's like you already have great stories already. Why would you tear it apart and just come up with a whole different thing?
Well, you know why? Because what you said earlier about Marvel. That's because Marvel's getting so much success with what they have created. DC tried to do that, and they failed at that. Failed horribly at that. So,
I mean, but if you look at it, like they have the blueprint. Like you have all these animated DC movies that you can basically spin off of. Go with that, because like I said, Superman vs. Batman, that was a good. I liked it,
I didn't dislike it. I didn't dislike it.
And I thought it was gonna go somewhere else, or again tie into the Justice League. Even like I said, not a big fan of Aquaman. His first movie, good. I give it to him. It was good. Wonder Woman, first movie, good. Superman, of course, great. Batman,
The Batman, or you talking about
with the trilogy. You know what I'm saying? His first movie, Batman Begins,
okay.
That was good. What I'm saying? I try to take it. And the only thing that just keeps in mind is like, okay, you do all this, like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, everything else good. Then you throw in Flash in the Justice League, who's like basically a kid. Again, like I said, I know you can cast somebody as Barry Allen as a grown-up,
Right.
and just go from there. It's like you start doing good, the next thing you're like, you know what? Let's go left real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's try to copy, Marvel, where they had Spider-Man as a kid going to the Avengers. So let's try to copy that real quick and see what we do. Just do what you already have built already. Then go from there. Don't try to make it a competition with Marvel, even though I know it is, but it's always been Marvel and DC always been a copycat. Hey, okay, Marvel has this character, DC's gonna have this character. It's always been a copycat. That's all you had to do. But some things should be changed, and some things I don't mind change. But I mean, I'm a little bit worried because, like I said, when I first heard that Henry Cavill was to come back as Superman, it's like you have the best Superman right here. Like in years, you have the best Superman, like the build, the the personality. You have the best Superman. All of a sudden now, he's dropping. Like what are you doing? Why are you not catering to this guy? Like he is the DC's franchise right now. The Batman movie, it was different, but I can see what they're trying to do, and it got my interest. So I ain't gonna say it's I'll put it up there with Batman Begins and then The Dark Knight, but it has my interest of where it's going. I like the start out of a hero of from the time it started to going into, okay, maybe he gets grown later on down the line, but it's so sporadic of how DC is going at this moment.
Yeah,
No, I agree with. Go ahead, Crump. Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say I respect that about like what you're saying about the direction that they're going with the Batman or whatever. However, I did not like that movie at all.
I didn't like it either.
But
I didn't either.
but you did make a good point though. If we're talking about a storyline and stuff in general, I did like the overall like the kind of direction that they are taking it. So that's actually a really good point. I respect that. I didn't like the movie, but I kind of like the direction they're going. Well, I just feel like it should have been done differently. But that's actually a really good point. I didn't think about. I wonder if they're gonna scrap that because I already heard he's not coming back.
I mean, there's some stuff in the movie that I didn't like, but I like, okay, you got the Riddler. I feel like there's some villains that you can make them, the main villain of a movie and it'd be great.
Yeah.
I always thought the Riddler was that person, depending on how you're doing it. But when you just totally force, and I'm gonna go with, JayRow, when he, critiques outfits and stuff, like, come on, that's not what a Riddler looks like.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but again, the whole plot, everything he did, I loved it. Like I said, some villains, our main villains, you can put in a movie and it'd be great, and some people aren't.
Yeah.
So, and I thought when the Batman first started being advertised, I thought it was gonna be darker than. That's how they advertised me. That it was gonna be a more darker Batman than ever before, and I really didn't get that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Owen. Like, I mean, I think with Batman's particular rogue gallery, they're colorful. They've always been colorful, dark, psychotic. You are missing elements of that when you're making everybody just straight up dark.
Yeah.
But I mean, Batman's always been dark. I mean, you start out, look at Batman, his
No,
parents get killed.
not Batman. I'm talking about his character, like his rogue gallery, the people he's fighting against.
But I mean, majority of is the people they fight are dark. I mean, you look at their past; they're going to be dark.
Well, no, yeah, they are. I'm talking about how they look. Like,
okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm talking about how they look, like physically look. Like, they're obviously he's fighting some people that are darker in nature. Like the Banes, the Ra's al Ghuls and Scarecrows, stuff like that. But Joker is a colorful, but he's dark and sadistic and stuff. And then you got the Riddler. He's colorful, but he's not about what he was in that movie. He was about anarchy in the movie. This dude is like in the show or in the comics. I mean, he has a little bit of that, but he's not like that. He's more about like, I'm gonna have this joke, but it's gonna have like an underlying message behind it and stuff like that. Without a joke, a riddle. Yeah. So, I mean, I get what y'all saying, but for me, I look at it like this. To rein it back into what we're talking about, like, you have a wealth of information you can take from,
right,
to make these movies, TV shows, video games, whatever, to make them good. But then you make it the way you made it, and it isn't good. So, like, it's a jumbled mess. It's all over the place. It's not like telling a story from telling multiple stories leading to a similar path, like a similar conclusion, like how the movies from Phase 1 of Marvel ended with Avengers 1. Yeah. And then the movies ended with Avengers 2, and so on. Like, you get a Man of Steel, and then the next movie you get after that is Batman versus Superman, and then the next movie you get after that is Justice League, instead of it being Batman versus Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, then a Batman movie, then Justice League, and then build up, continue like spread, make building your universe out. They didn't do that. They were just trying to go for the cheap buck, and it didn't even work. And I mean, now they're in a position where they might have to sell their company to other people just so they can, like, stay afloat. This is basically what happened to Marvel in the 90s. Because you remember Marvel in the 90s, they had to sell their stuff and like to an owner like this. Blade basically got them out of the red. Because Blade was the reason why what saved Marvel.
That's true.
Like I said, I agree with you. And like with the Riddler, like yeah, he's totally different from some what I grew up watching, it's the animated series. But like I said, sometimes you have to twist the villain around to make him the main villain of a movie to make it work to to have a storyline to keep pushing.
Yeah.
And he didn't do a bad job about it. Yeah, he was a little bit more dark than what the Riddler was, but if you put the Riddle that we all knew, it's not gonna make a good movie by himself. So it has to be, he got to make him a little bit dark and since to have some type of anarchy and chaos and stuff like that. But the one silver lining, you do have Superman movie coming in, so that's always a good plus. But I mean, with one, like I said, with Batman right now, because you had Christian Bale, then you had who was after him?
Christian Bale is Ben Affleck. Right?
Oh yeah,
then you had Ben Affleck, and now you had, like I said, this young guy playing, in the Batman. It's like with the Batman movies, it's kind of like Spider-Man movies. It's like, okay, this guy's gonna have a trilogy, then he's out. This guy's gonna have he's out. And it's like, how Tony, you had Tony Stark, he played Iron Man, that was it. Thor, the guy, he played Thor, that was it. Captain America, it was Captain America, that was it.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to stick in order, because if they canceled, Wonder Woman, which the girl, the woman that played Wonder Woman, she didn't do a bad job. She did a great job playing Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But if you tell, okay, cancel, let's start over with it or whatever, and you reboot it and you do somebody else, it's like, I almost want to say you might as well do a reboot like X-Men, but again, like I said, now who you gonna get is Batman? Like I said, are you gonna change Henry Cavill with Superman? Are you gonna change Aquaman? I think played a great Aquaman. So it's like I said,
Jason. I mean, is it Jason Momoa?
Momoa, yeah.
I think he did a great job as Aquaman. But like where's the direction? Like Dro said, back in the 90s, Blade saved Marvel, from in the red, and then we got everything we got now. Now, Henry Cavill is kind of like Blade. He's saving the DC universe. So what are we gonna have next? Like I said, Jason Momoa is doing a great job as Aquaman. Aquaman is not my guy, but I admit, the movie was great. It wasn't as bad as what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
And I mean, right now the biggest question is so what's the Batman franchise gonna be like? So what are they gonna do with Wonder Woman? Are they gonna make another Justice League movie?
They don't need to. Not for a while.
Well, yeah, they need to build up. They need to take the rumor is going around is that they're going to make a Kingdom Come movie, which has all these different Batmans, all these different Supermans, all these different iterations of these heroes together to fight a threat, and then the whole purpose of it all is to basically reset the universe into having one particular hero of each.
Oh, wow.
So they can kind of clear a lot of this chaos that's going on right now.
When you do stuff like that, it's like, why? Like, why we do all that to just reset? Just reset.
I agree. Just like, reset it.
Like with Black Adam, like, okay, you're gonna have Black Adam, like the villain that he fights is basic and almost like he's weak. And I'm looking at the movie, it's like, I already know Black Adam's gonna come, and he's not even gonna struggle against this guy. Why even have him? Do something else, or like I said, if he's gonna be a hero that kills, have him be a anti-hero that kills, try to become, doesn't become, and now he needs to be stopped. Turn into that.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can focus more. Okay, they got Black Adam. Okay, let's get some more guys in here that's going to team up with Black Adam to focus to bring it back to the Justice League. I mean, like I said, they try to make it so hard, or they try to be so fancy, but make it so hard.
No, I agree with you. No, I flat out agree with you. It's like you're overcomplicating the process. Just be simple. Like, it's like, oh, I want to have this crazy idea, but then I don't know where I'm going after this, but I want to wow everybody. Like, I hope they take it seriously, because this is different. Like, this is like these guys. I mean, and James Gunn, like, for transparency's sake, James Gunn, along with another person, I can't remember the guy's name, sorry. people. They are the two heads of DC, and of what the initiative is right now for the movies and the media stuff. And right now, like I guess they're not telling everybody what the vision is, but they have a vision now. They have like a 10-year vision or something like that for like the movies, the TV shows, and the games and stuff like that. And I just want them to be simple, like you said, be simple with it. Like, it's not hard. Just be simple. Like, these comics have a simple storyline. These games have a simple storyline. And I feel like simplicity is super important to stay true and stay honest to what you want to do. And I just feel like if you try to overcomplicate, like what Elvin was saying, then you're gonna like create chaos. Like, unfortunately, what happened before all this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I mean, it sucks that unfortunately Wonder Woman 3 got canceled. But at the end of the day, maybe this cancellation is a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully with this cancellation, they'll like revamp everything, get everything back on track. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they gotta reset everything then. If you're gonna do like get these last straggler movies out the way, like the Joker 2, and then I did hear they are continuing the trilogy of Batman, which I think is a bad idea, because if you got so much of this stuff going on, you need certainty. You need strong, I don't want to say leadership, but I want to say you want to have a strong foundation.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, unfortunately, it ain't the Batman. It ain't the Batman. With not Henry Cavill, Robert Pattinson's Batman. Yeah. Like, when I tell you that was like one of the worst Batmans I've ever seen. It's one of the worst.
Have they recasted him?
No, they haven't recast him. He's still gonna do his trilogy.
Oh, he said he wasn't gonna do it. That's what I heard.
That's why I don't like him, because he was backtracking, and then he told me, oh, I don't want to work out for the role. Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Then why'd you sign on for it then? Why'd you sign on? That's easy. Like, if you do the work that requires yourself to be a superhero, then or don't do it at all.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't all look like Superman. You know, Henry Cavill, you know what I'm saying, Cavill did it the best thing possible, you know what I'm saying, looked in the seat for Superman. So, but
well, I mean,
I mean, like I said, like I'm up for something different. And like I said, I ain't gonna say that it was a bad movie. I'm not gonna say it was a great movie. It's just okay, what are you gonna do next?
Yeah.
You know, I think the second movie will define, you know what I'm saying, what they have planned for Batman. And just see.
Well, they treated it like it was like, you know how they treated the Batman like it's not an origin story, but they treated it like it was basically in its own little world. Like, they basically, I don't know if y'all saw the movie, they basically got them off from everything. Because when they flooded everything, they basically blocked it off from everything.
Oh, yeah.
So like it's by itself. But what I'm saying is, like, you know, I'm not gonna harp on it, but what I'm just saying, like, simplicity is important. Simplicity is important. Take out the trash, put in some good stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they keep her as Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Because she did a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she did. She did a really good job, but you know, I don't know what their direction is with her. Obviously, she's going to be important because of the fact that they want little girls to have a hero.
Yeah.
So obviously, and she fits that bill because she did a good job of having that being that face for little girls.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's positives, but unfortunately it's a lot of unknowns right now until they share with everyone their steps or their path to what movie they want to, like, the big movie they want to get to.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you guys want to add before we close?
Nah, man, I'm just curious to sit back and wait, I guess. See what happens.
Sit back and wait. Hey, don't worry, Superman is on the way. But
Oh,
seriously, like now that you, like I said, since you told me that they canceled Wonder Woman, like I'm very interested of what now they're gonna do with Superman, because it's like, are they gonna go into panic mode and do something very drastically, like who's gonna be his next villain? You know, you did Zod, I was thrilled with that, fine with that, loved it. Now who's gonna be his next villain?
it might be
Um,
Brainiac.
and like I said, there's so many villains you can pick to do a movie. You know, I just don't want them to do something dumb and like pick somebody and then go completely left with their whole character, like they did with Bane. Like I was disgusted with Bane.
Mhm.
I mean,
Well,
like
yeah,
I said,
because
I
his
grew up with
origin,
Bane.
yeah.
I mean, I grew up with Bane, you know what I'm saying? He started taking that juice, started getting pumped up, and he pick up a tank, you know what I'm saying, and toss it. Like this guy,
Yeah,
I'm like, who was this guy?
yeah.
You know? So that's why I just hope, like, you have one shining thing, which is Superman, and like I said, Aquaman too. You know, just don't mess it up.
Right.
That's all I gotta say. Don't mess it up.
Yeah. All right, let's end it on that. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to the channel for past episodes and current episodes and also future episodes. Thank you guys for tuning in again. Talk to you soon. Peace.